If you love to dink, drop, and reset the ball, I think you're going to love the AMA Sport Kronos Raw paddle. And I just spent the last 2 days playing with this, and so as promised, my playing review is coming up right now. All right, thanks for joining me. Just getting the old Kronos Raw cleaned up after playing this evening. So I spent the last 2 days playing in a variety of different settings with the Kronos Raw. And I've got to tell you, this paddle is made for the player that wants to add more touch to their game. It really excels at dinking and dropping the ball. It's a great reset paddle because it's soft enough to be able to take those hard shots, slow them down, and then kind of reset the point. And I was able to do that against some pretty good competition a number of times, especially yesterday. So I played with a couple of groups that players range from 3.5 up to 4.5. The paddle didn't hold me back in any way whatsoever. It allowed a lot more touch in those dinks, the dink battles. It allowed me to drop the ball effectively from the baseline time and time again, not just once. And in fact, I was really able to dig some shots out when I might leave a drop a little too high and it came back at my feet. The paddle really excelled at being able to do that too. So I was really pleased with the way this paddle plays because it really fits the game that I'm working on playing. So let's talk about who the Kronos Raw is good for. If you are a player, really any player rating, but 3.0 up to 4.5 or 5.0, and you are committed to developing a good soft or a better soft and short game, this paddle will actually help you get there. When I look at paddles, I look at one of three things. Does it help me do something? Does it hurt me from doing something? In other words, does it hinder, or is it neutral? And the Kronos Raw helps your short game. That 16 millimeter thickness really assists you in keeping that ball on the paddle face a little longer with a little bit more control. And you'll see in some of the shots here that I was really able to just place the ball very gently right where I wanted it to go. Didn't have to overhit, didn't have to compensate, didn't have to do really anything differently than just play the shot I wanted, and the paddle would deliver. Let's talk about who this paddle is good for. Again, if you're a player that's improving your game and you're committed to working on the soft game, the 16 millimeter paddle with the 3K raw carbon face can help you do that. It absolutely will assist you in getting better. Let's talk about who maybe the Kronos Raw is not for. If you are strictly a power player, if you like to just hit the snot out of the ball every time, and there are players like that, this probably is not the paddle for you. I hit a number of drives, hit some, hard approach shots, those kind of things. And the paddle doesn't hurt you at all in doing those things, but the ball does not come off of here like it would a power paddle. And so I was not getting the velocity that I might get on a different paddle coming off here on a hard shot. But with that said, most players don't need to hit the ball harder. Most pickleball players would do well to hit the ball a lot softer with less pace, more control. But if you are a power player and that's your game and that's how you win, you're going to be putting a lot of effort and getting less of a return than you might on a much thinner paddle. And you're probably going to want to look elsewhere in the AMA line for more of a power type paddle. The other type of player that this might not be ideal for is if you're a big serve player. If you drive your serve absolutely as hard as you can, and that is a part of your game. In other words, the serve is a weapon in itself where you look to win points by not allowing your opponent to return it. You're probably not going to get what you want out of the Kronos 3K Raw. It's still a powerful paddle, of course, because it's got a carbon face, so there's very low flex there. But overall, you're not going to get the same jump off the paddle face that you would with a thinner paddle. So those two type of players, power player from the baseline, driving the ball as hard as possible, big server looking to drill the ball deep in the corners and win points off that, probably not for you. Everybody else, absolutely for you. Okay, couple things. The face has come through beautifully. I've played probably maybe 6 hours in the last 2 days, maybe a little bit more. I took the paddle eraser, brought it to the face after I was done tonight, and it looks brand new. Grit still feels terrific. So that grit is going to hang around for a long time and allow you to put a lot of spin on the ball. As I had imagined, the grip circumference is really just too small for me. And so for me, if I'm going to play with this paddle, I'm going to need an overgrip on it to just make it a little thicker so it fits my hands better, so my hands are not wrapped up onto itself. That is an easy fix. Overgrip is a couple or $3 and takes about 10 minutes to put one on and protects this pretty blue handle. Gosh, the other thing, by the way, is last night when I took this out of the case, I noticed everybody kind of looking and going, hey, wait, you got a new paddle? What is that? That's cool. How do you like it? What kind of shots does it hit? And so it really is kind of an eye catcher with that color combination. And that's not a bad thing. Looking good is half the battle in any sport. So my review of the AMA Kronos Raw is 2 thumbs up for almost every player, any player that's adding finesse or working out the finesse in their game. As noted, power players probably going to look elsewhere, but the 95 to 97% of us that will win more games and be more successful in pickleball by playing with more control, you're going to love it. Go get yourself one. Go to the Pickletech store on Amazon, Pickletech on Amazon, and you can get the Kronos Raw 3K and get 10% off with the code DINKTHIS. That's right, just put that in the Amazon checkout, DINKTHIS, get 10% off. The paddle comes with the cover, comes with the eraser. Really great value. I know you're going to love the way that it feels, just like I do, and I can't wait to get out and play with it some more. So again, Pickletech on Amazon. Look for the Kronos Raw 3K and get yourself one and save 10% in the process. Hey, if you're enjoying the channel, you could do me a big favor. Hit the subscribe button. You can do that right now. And also hit the like button. Those 2 things are vitally important to get the videos seen by more and more pickleball enthusiasts just like you and just like me. So if you do that, I appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Dink This.